Hi, my name's Cristina Bitzilis and I work for Illumina. We are a commercial company whose mission is to unlock the power of the genome. I work in the sales team as a territory account manager. So I'm passionate to end the diagnostic odyssey of rare and undiagnosed diseases. At the moment, the diagnostic odyssey to diagnose a rare disease is 5 to 7 years. However, 80% of all rare diseases have a genomic component, yet not all patients have access to genomic sequencing. And I'm passionate and I'm inspired by the people that I work with and that I interact with on a daily basis, being my colleagues, clinicians, researchers, and PhD students whose, core values are to allow all patients and their families access to genomic sequencing, particularly whole genome sequencing and whole exome sequencing, which has the power to really shorten that diagnostic odyssey from a number of years down to weeks, if not days. And that's really important to the rare and undiagnosed disease community who have often spent years not having an answer and not having access to treatment. And the more that we educate people and we grant genomic sequencing to everybody and not just those who are lucky will mean that we can be in a space where everyone has access to the right treatment and the right healthcare, and that can really change people's lives. If I go back to myself in high school, I would probably tell myself 3 things. 1 is to take risks. 2 is to network. And 3 is to work really hard and to never give up. I think it's important in your career to be pushed out of your comfort zone, to take a career or take a job that you might think you might not like, or that you might know that it's a really good stepping stone to future opportunities, to volunteer your time either within your own organisation or within other organisations to gain the skills and gain, an understanding of how the industry really works and where you find your skills would fit. Networking is something that I didn't understand the importance of until after I finished university. The people that you meet along your career or within the industry are really going to drive you into the right path. They are going to be your mentors and your motivators, and they have years of experience which they can share with you and will really, change the way in which you sort of perceive a career in science. And working really hard goes without saying that the more effort you put in, the more you'll get back. And as long as you stick to your goals and you understand that working hard will mean you will be successful, then there are 3 key things. In the genomics field, I'm really excited about advances in innovation and technology and how they will change healthcare and routine healthcare, particularly the diagnosis of cancer. At the moment, we're seeing a lot more genomic sequencing in routine healthcare, and as the future goes on, we'll have more and more advances and more access to genomic sequencing at a level that we've never really seen before. Precision medicine is something that will be the future of oncology and cancer treatment and diagnosis. Something that we'll see a lot of is liquid biopsy and more routine testing of cancer via liquid biopsy. And liquid biopsy is basically genomic sequencing of circulating tumour within the bloodstream. So that's DNA that has been shed from the tumour itself into the bloodstream, and doing really deep NGS sequencing will mean that we can detect variants in those from that tumour and allow the patient to have early access to treatment or clinical trials or therapy that is very specific to their diagnosis. Early cancer detection, detecting either minimal residual disease or relapsing in a cancer will also mean that it's not only detected early, it's treated early, and it's actually treated with the right types of therapy. That's what I'm really excited about. in the future of genomics in healthcare.